Hey guys, TJ here. In this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to make a basic robot with these simple steps. Upon opening Blender, you'll be greeted with a default cube, which will be our primary source to getting started. After we select the mesh, we will assign a mirror modifier, turn on clipping, and remember to do this with every other mesh that's connected to each other. That excludes limbs and such. Separate the cube in edit mode by pressing tab. Press Shift Z for wireframe mode. Delete the middle part, and try to give it some shape in edit mode with these tools. After some progress, you can add some material to the mesh. In the material tab on the right, since you already have a default material, we'll simply add another. Press the plus button with mesh selected. That will make a new material. In edit mode, after we select the faces on the mesh which you want another material assigned to, select the material and press assign. You can experiment with the values however you like. If you want your mesh to look smoother, go to Object Data Properties and enable normal for the selected object, and enable smooth shading. When you finally have all the parts of your robot assembled, we can get to rigging by going to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, search Rigify and enabling it. When pressing Shift A, you'll get some new rigging options, in which we'll have to choose Human Meta Rig, unless you're making a dog or something. I don't know. Now, while this may look terrifying, we need to align these bones in such ways that would make sense when rotating them. Try to align it with your mesh. To better be able to see your rig, go to Object Data Properties, Viewport Display and enable in front. Go into edit mode, delete excess bones that we won't need, enable mirror on X-axis, and align your joints to the mesh. This will make it twice as easy. After that, select every part of your mesh except the bones, and then this is very important. Shift select the bones. Press Ctrl P and select with automatic weights. Select your bones and go to pose mode to move your bones. Spoiler alert, it will look broken because automatic weighting isn't reliable but is somewhat consistent. Now how do we fix this? Well, here comes a confusing part, so get ready. I introduce you to the weight painting. By selecting the bones first, then shift selecting a part of the mesh. You can then go into weight paint mode, select gradient tool and select any bone to see what the current mesh's weighting look like for that bone. You can try to adjust the weight depending on how much you want the mesh or a part of it to be affected by the selected bone. You can have several ways of rigging the joints, either have a very subdivided mesh in parts of those joints or have a ball that rotates with the joint. Why am I an example in this tutorial? After you're finally done, we can enable extra scene settings for Eevee Engine to make your character stand out while also adding a few light sources. I did the glowing effect by simply making an emission material. Okay, cool, yeah, you've made it, very proud of you. If your results aren't as appealing to you as you thought it would be, that's a bit unfortunate. However, there's always time to make more. Thank you for watching and remember to...
Sorry, but I lost my...
Sam, what are you doing here? This is my tutorial. Don't you have like a show to make or something?
I lost my banana stash.
Your stash of bananas is probably on the first floor. Have you even tried to look for there?
I couldn't find them, but here, check this jewelry mode I found on the couch. I wonder what this button does.
Sam, no, don't.